Okay, greetings and peace, everyone. My name is Neo, and I'm here to share some info with the people. Welcome to the Committed Relationship and Spiritual Activities Show. And we have something new to speak about, and I titled this session here, Energy Management. EM. Energy Management. What energy management is being an individual being able to manage their own energy to achieve something that they want and or need to achieve. For an example, a person who is on an optimal or adequate level psychologically throughout their day, they know that they have a variety of things to do, correct? So if the individual is on a very, very high optimum level psychologically, what they can do is, and with your mind is, you can go through your mind as far as number one, analyzing and prioritizing what you want and need to do throughout your day. You analyze it, then you prioritize it. Once you prioritize it, the individual that's operating on an optimum level psychologically, they can remember all of those things in specific order, what they want to do. And also, if they know how to program their subconscious mind, they can do what I do is I'll tell my subconscious mind whatever I want to be reminded of at any specific time. I'll literally tell it, remind me to do this at this time. And then what they can do is each one of those tasks, they can budget time that they want to devote to each task. And then they can tell their subconscious mind, like, look, I want to do it within this time. Help me to get it done within this time. And then alert me when it's time to switch to the next task. And then boom, as long as they have the concentration and the determination and the energy within their mind and their brain, they can achieve everything back to back flawlessly. And sometimes my days are like this when I have a lot of water in my system and I don't have anybody else around me to distract me, and I just focus. Boom, I can get so many things done rapidly and flawlessly because I have a high level of concentration, and I program my mind to help me out with that concentration. I call it the concentration program that I programmed into my mind. And I'm amazed at the amount of concentration that I have now, way higher than I ever did before. And I'm like, whoa. So no wonder why a lot of people can't do certain things, because their concentration level is at a very, very low level. So what they're doing is, these individuals who are mature and responsible and who are operating on an adequate or optimum level, they're prioritizing their duties so that they can manage their energy and utilize their energy wisely. What we have nowadays with the individuals in these modern day societies are people who aren't aware of energy in general and the importance of having an adequate or high amount of energy within their overall system, their brain, their body, because it's highly essential to have a high level of energy within your brain so that you can achieve certain things and you can focus on certain tasks at hand. Here in the American society, people are socially engineered to have a low self-esteem, low level of concentration, and overall low level of energy. So that's why a lot of people cannot achieve a lot of things that they want to achieve, whether it be writing a book, buying a home, buying a car, if they seek to buy a car. They can't analyze relationships for themselves, and they can't even analyze themselves to figure out what on earth they need to resolve. So that's why people's lives are just so stressful, and they're running around tired. And then when they get home from work or wherever else, they're exhausted. And that's because they lack energy management. And energy management is highly essential so that you can know when and where to utilize your energy, and if something is even worthy of utilizing your energy. And something or someone. I say someone because a lot of people fail to actually analyze a person or people before they actually decide to utilize their energy to even speak to them, let alone actually go out and do something with them. Once I got on this level, I can tell almost instantly when a person is walking towards me or even starts speaking. I can tell if they're worth my time or not. My energy, because I'm on that energy management, a high level energy management, high level of analyzing and reading people. So I save myself a lot of energy and a lot of time now, especially when it comes to women. Like I used to just pursue a woman. Just I used to be involved with what the American society influences its people to seek out other people for the sake of their beauty, their outer appearance, as far as romantic relationships and even friendships too, the outer appearances. But now I perceive things on a much wider scale. So I'm like, oh, okay. So it really is the mind of the woman that matters most, the quality of it. And a lot of people of modern day societies, they go out and develop their physical body, their physical shell first and foremost before anything else. They'll go ahead and get a makeover. They'll buy new clothes. They get a new haircut, new hairdo, get their nails done, go get new sneakers. But very few people will actually go out and buy a book that teaches them something about themselves that will help them reflect on themselves. A personal development book. Or if not a book, then just sit down and think about themselves. Do self-reflection. When you tell a person to do this, the average person will it'll either go over their head or they'll look at you like, huh? What the heck? Or if they don't do that, they'll find out some way to divert the conversation. Because a lot of these people here in America in particular are unconscious, and the unconscious people who are trapped in consumerism, as I say in my other video, my other recording, when you mention something of higher consciousness, higher knowledge, they are professional conversation diverters. They are they are professional conversation diverters when you speak about higher knowledge, higher spirituality, and anything of higher beyond the mundane things like buying a car, buying material possessions, or sports, clothing, or anything like that. They'll automatically divert the conversation quickly. And I learned this from my mother, looking at my mother and then looking at a lot of other people. I'm like, yo, so this is what's going on. They don't want to know anything of higher knowledge. So you have to be very, very precise and careful with who you decide to speak about higher knowledge with, because a lot of people they're still asleep, as Morpheus said in the first Matrix book. The first Matrix movie. They're asleep. They're so inert, and they're so inert that they want to keep the system the way that it is, that they're willing to fight for it, to fight you, to keep you from waking them up and to keep you from changing things the way that it is. Because a lot of people, they love their cars, they love their pets, they love their new homes, they love the consumerism, and they don't want to be distracted from their material possessions. These type of individuals, you want to leave them alone if you are on a higher mind, higher knowledge level psychologically. And I'm one of those people. That's why there's very few people that I actually choose to associate with, because these people are zombies nowadays and they don't realize it. And the show The Walking Dead, a lot of people don't realize that they are a part of The Walking Dead. And just because a person looks normal and they smell like they shower and they got a car, they have a house, they have money in the bank, that does not mean that they're not a psychological zombie. Maybe I'll do a video about that, explaining that. But energy management is focusing on where to utilize your energy, and you're doing it consciously and wisely. And also you're utilizing your energy management so that you can avoid wasting your energy at the wrong time and just overall wasting your energy. And wasting your energy is also speaking to someone about something that is really mundane and unnecessary. It's not helping you and it's not helping them. And I just learned this earlier today. And that's how I came up with this video, when I was sitting around in the back, just listening to my mother speak with my sister. And I realized that the reason why she's tired is because she doesn't have any kind of concept of energy management. So she just randomly talks about bullshit, and she just says things that comes to her mind out of nowhere without filtering her stuff. And she doesn't stop and think like, okay, wait a minute, is this necessary for me to say? Is this necessary for me to do? A lot of times she just does it. And then I would always wonder, like, why all the time when I see her, she's always tired. She's like, I'm tired. And that's because she spends so much time at work, which there's no need for her to do so much overtime. And I told my sister, like, maybe she's actually doing something that we just don't know, that makes her think that she needs to do this extra overtime, because none of us are at home. She has her own place. It's not a house. It's a 2-family home, and she has a what do you call a roommate. So I was just sitting there thinking about, like, why the hell is she working so much overtime? And part of it is because she's stuck on that consumerism, and she's tired because she doesn't manage her energy right. So that's how I came up with this concept right here, energy management. So that's that. I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys, because I feel like that is the basics, part of the basics of adulthood. In these next few videos, I would say from now to I don't know how far, my main goal is to go ahead and teach people the basics of adulthood that you should have already been through in your childhood. But these American parents are not taught these things, and they don't learn these things on their own. And me, these are all of the things that I have learned on my own, doing my self-reflection, self-analysis, and self-development for years. And just sitting there, just analyzing myself and figuring out and learning from my mistakes. Because what I would do is I would sit down each week, if not every day, each week, and I would go through the events throughout the week, and I would analyze them and figure out what can I learn from these events that I went through, these experiences. And then that's how I come to these conclusions, these insights, these life insights, vital life insights that put me on a higher, mature adult level. So I'm sharing this with those people to help other people mature, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that need to mature. And I was trying to figure out a maturity course or something else that I can do to help people with their maturity process. And I guess the spirit is telling me that this is actually it. This is the results of what I asked for. And now that I think about it, that's it. So from here on, I'm going to go ahead and give people the basics. These are the free basics. And then maybe on the advanced stuff, I got to figure out how I'm going to go ahead and give out that kind of information. All right. Until next time, my name is Neo, and my extra information is going to be in the description section. All right.